Lesson 5: Directly Applicable Pedagogical Strategies to Foster Autonomous Learning. This lesson aims at providing practical strategies that trainers can directly apply in their teaching contexts to foster autonomous learning. Collaborative and cooperative learning encourages learners of different levels to work together within small groups or with the whole class. A collaborative learning setting supports autonomy as well as language awareness. The learners increase their ability to work as a team, develop their interpersonal skills, share their strengths, develop weaker skills, respect peers' abilities and contributions. Collaborative and cooperative learning can be arranged in different practical settings. Peer learning is a process where learners learn with and from each other. It fosters collaboration, teamwork, respect toward peers' abilities and contributions, communication skills, self-confidence, and the ability to take control over their own learning. Heterogeneous group. They give learners chances for greater independence. This setting gives the learners the opportunity to make some of their own learning decisions. They decide what language to use to complete a certain task, and they can feel more comfortable working in small groups. Decisions are cooperatively arrived at, and responsibilities are shared. Let's explore an example of a peer activity with the Think, Pair, and Share exercise. Learners reflect individually on a topic, then discuss and expand ideas with a peer, and finally present their shared reflection to the class. This peer learning activity encourages the learners to pull ideas from each other and benefit from the shared learning experience. Let's explore an example of a group learning activity with the guided group discussion exercise. Learners first have time to think on a given discussion topic, then discuss in groups. They may also have specific viewpoints to present or defend. This group activity encourages learners to prepare a topic autonomously and to present their perspectives out loud. They will practice both language skills and autonomous skills. Technology in the classroom. Incorporating technology into teaching encourages learners to actively engage in the learning activity, especially if digital media is already used by learners, or foster interaction, commitment, fun, and challenges. Let's have a look at examples of activities based on technologies. Authentic video-based activities, interviews, animated videos, extracts of films or series. The real-life and authentic materials, digitally driven, are stimulating and engaging for the learners. Several online quiz software exist and are stimulating and engaging for the learners, such as flashcards that allow the learners to memorize in an interactive and digital way. Digital and interactive presentations can support learning activities or assessments. Experiential learning entails creating experiences for learners to identify and learn the concepts in action. It encourages the learners to practice the concepts in a safe learning environment. Let's explore a few experiential activities. Role plays and simulations. Project-based tasks. Field trips. Native pair activities. You now have all the keys to identify how to support the learner's learning abilities and strategies, and to take into account the specificities of learners with migrant backgrounds in their learning process. We now invite you to put this into practice and take the time to reflect first on your learning strategies and your teaching practices, to then include an autonomy-forward pedagogy. This is the end of the masterclass on autonomy in the learning process. Congratulations! But there is much more on the Optimo website. There, you can find articles and 100 activities dedicated to communication skills.
The Optimo project has been co-funded by the European Union.